Hey everyone, today I am in Indianapolis, Indiana, and behind me stands the Indiana War Memorial Museum. So come along with me as I go inside and let's check it out. So the first thing you see when you come in, see here, this thing says courage. Here this says freedom. This is faith. And one over here says duty. And all the way over here at the other end, a replica of the Liberty Bell. So, let's go to the shrine room, go up these stairs. And along the walls of these stairs, it's just the names of all the Indiana World War veterans. It's an awful lot of them. So this room is called the Shrine Room, and this entire building was built with this room in mind for its main purpose. And this room is dedicated to all of the men and countries who helped us here in the United States fight World War I. And the blue lights at the top is supposed to represent the heavens. And that big star in the middle is supposed to be the Star of Destiny, is what it's called. And back in the 20s and 30s, that was a symbol of hope here in America. Then you have this large American flag. And here, you have an altar. And upon it is the Pledge of Allegiance. This room is just amazing though. Just gonna walk around here. They got some pictures of some people on the walls in here. Here we have Field Marshal Sir Douglas Haig, Commander-in-Chief of the British Expeditionary Forces in France and Flanders from 1915 to 1918. And here we have General John Pershing, Commander-in-Chief of the American Expeditionary Forces in 1917 and 1918. Then we have General Armando Diaz, Commander-in-Chief of the Italian armies in 1918. Here we come to Albert, King of the Belgians, Commander of the Belgian Army from 1914 to 1918. All right, I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation of this, but I'm gonna do my best. This is Marechal Ferdinand Foch, Generalissimo of the Allied Forces in 1918. All right, then here we've got Marshal Radimir Putnik, Commander-in-Chief of the Serbian Army, 1914 to 1916. You guys, it is so cool to be able to come and see this in person. It is just such a privilege. It is something I have been wanting to come and see for quite some time now. I mean, the shrine room alone is worth the visit. But I guess we will go leave this room and we will go check out the rest of the museum. All right, back down the stairs. All right, so here we're coming to auditorium. Now this room is amazing, this auditorium. This is really nice looking. I was told they use this room for retirement ceremonies, weddings, change of command. Even the state of Indiana itself uses it for events. But this is just really nice. Please keep off the stage. I was kind of hoping to almost be able to go up on the stage. Nice looking ceiling. All right, moving along. Let's go. Keep moving. There's a lot to see here. Here's a plaque and a painting of the USS Indianapolis. So, July 30th, 1945, the USS Indianapolis was sunk by a Japanese submarine. And here is a painting of what looks like a rescue plane coming to rescue a bunch of downed sailors in the water. So this little room here is dedicated to the USS Indianapolis. Above this bell, it mentions that from the attack of the USS Indianapolis, out of 1,197 crew members, only 317 survived. This right here is the Congressional Gold Medal that was awarded to the crew of the USS Indianapolis in recognition of their perseverance, bravery, and service to the United States. Here's a model of the USS Indianapolis being struck. You see like an explosion right there from a torpedo. Here's a life jacket that would have been worn by the servicemen on the USS Indianapolis. Just your standard white uniform. Here are some photos and other memorabilia of some of the men lost at sea on the USS Indianapolis. And here's some dog tags. So here's a map of the Pacific Ocean. And right here, you can see this is where the USS Indianapolis sunk, right around here in this area, just east of the Philippine Islands. Here is a news clipping. President Truman declaring the war is ended. The Indianapolis Star. All right, now we're entering a new room. Here we have a model of a B-2 Spirit bomber. Here we've got a Humvee with a gunner up on the roof. Another soldier just hanging out here in the front. And this is a depiction of Operation Desert Storm. So this is known as NBC protective clothing. NBC standing for nuclear, biological, chemical. This was used during the Gulf War against Saddam Hussein because they thought that Saddam Hussein may have chemical warfare. But fortunately, he never did use any. Here we come to the Vietnam era. You got your Indiana Rangers Company, 51st Infantry Regiment. And we got some guns. We got an AK-47 assault rifle. Got a M16A1 assault rifle. And then this was an M79 grenade launcher and an M60 machine gun, all used during Vietnam. Here we have a depiction of some soldiers in battle. So I don't know how well you can see this because it's dark even in person, but this is a depiction of Vietnam vets who would climb down into these tunnel systems that the VC had dug to hide underground. And here you can see the depiction of a US soldier crawling around in here, has a pistol in his hand. And you come down here and you have this little bigger room with a couple Viet Cong sitting there. They got their little straw hats. Just chilling and hiding from the U.S. forces. Little do these two know that there's one on the way. And you can also see above it, being it's supposed to be depicted of underground, probably waiting for the other guy who's down in the tunnel to come back. Here we got some more soldiers in uniform wandering through the bush of Vietnam. This right here is an AH-1 Cobra attack helicopter. One of the many helicopters used during the Vietnam War. Here's a picture of Governor Joseph E. Kernan, who was the 48th governor of the state of Indiana. And this right here was a POW uniform that he wore while a prisoner in Vietnam. All right, so this room is a memorial to the attacks of the World Trade Center and of America on 9/11. Here you got some pictures of the aftermath of the airliners that flew into the World Trade Center, and pictures of the World Trade Center collapsing, and more pictures. And this is the Pentagon was attacked. This is a fragment of the Pentagon that was recovered after being hit by American Airlines Flight 77 on September 11th. All right, this right here is a steel beam that was recovered from the World Trade Center after the attacks of September 11th, 2001. This is called the greeting. It says, Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. And it's supposed to represent American forces when they were first sort of meeting or greeting the Afghani people and learning their language and using that phrase with them for the first time. Operation Enduring Freedom was the title used by the United States to refer to the global war on terror. And here we got a depiction of a U.S. soldier, looks like, riding horseback with a horse that is donned in, looks like, Afghani gear. And he appears to be riding in Afghanistan. So this slab of concrete right here with these like two wire hooks or steel hooks, whatever they are. I believe this was the cover to Saddam Hussein's spider hole that he was hiding in when U.S. forces originally found him. This right here is a chair that was taken from a palace in Saddam Hussein's hometown of Tikrit in Iraq. So this right here is just a lounge area to the men's restroom here at the Memorial and Museum, which is just kind of cool because usually you never see these in men's restrooms. See them in women's, but I just wanted to share this. I thought this was a cool picture, a cool sign. It's these three kids with a shadow of a swastika on the ground. It says, "Don't let that shadow touch them," which could mean Nazism, communism. I like it though, it's pretty cool, pretty good. All right, you guys, so I came back to the shrine room one more time just before I left. I just wanted to see this room again, just because it's an awesome room. And anyway, so yeah, this was the Indiana War Memorial and Museum. Unfortunately, there was one level that I wasn't able to share with you guys. It was a lower level they said was under construction that I couldn't go to. But I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're ever in the area, if you're in Indianapolis and looking for something to do, I highly recommend stopping by here. And the admission is free, so it doesn't cost you anything to come see it. So I just wanted to say, as always, I thank you all for watching. I will see you all again in the next, hopefully. And until then, peace and God bless.